Hey there, beautiful souls. How are you doing? This is your September monthly general intuitive tarot reading for the sign of Libra, sun, moon, and rising sign. And now, before we begin anything, I just want to start by saying thank you to everyone that has subscribed to this channel. I'm truly, truly grateful for you guys. I can't do this without you, without your support. And I'm very grateful that you keep coming back every time I post a video. It really, really helps the channel to grow and gets messages out to people who need to hear them. So thank you for that. And if you are new to this channel, first of all, hello and welcome. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, then I'm just going to, and maybe you haven't because you're new, and maybe you haven't because you've just been coming here and you're unsure about it. Well, all I'm going to say is, what are you waiting for? Because it's free. Okay? It's free, and it just takes a quick second to hit those buttons. So, there's a subscribe button at the bottom of the video, and there should also be one in the very right-hand corner of this video. I think it's just like right over here somewhere. And it just says subscribe. You can hit that. And, if you also really like these videos, you want to see more of them, then let YouTube know that as well. And hit that thumbs up button, right? The like button. That helps things to, the algorithm to get, videos out more, etc. Okay? Now, if you I just wanted to let you know that in the description box, if you're on Instagram or you're on Facebook, guess what? Universal Wisdom Tarot is now on those platforms too. So if you're interested, go on over to, at Universal Wisdom Tarot. That's the name of the channel. And the links for those will be in the description box below this video. And also this month, I've thrown in a link to an online magazine who interviewed me a few months back. So if you're interested in, understanding a bit more about why I do what I do and, who I am or what I believe in or whatever, you can check out that interview, which is, as I said, the link will be in the description box. Now, as always, I want everyone to remember messages will not resonate for everyone. So just use your discernment, take what does, leave the rest for somebody else. And for those of you that are early degree Libras, I'm going to say happy birthday because I know you are celebrating in this month, and I just really hope that you enjoy your special day. All right. So let's get into the astrology or the astrological highlights for the month. I'm going to start with right off at the top of the month, September 1st. Now, Uranus will station retrograde in Taurus. That means it's slowing down and it's going to start to head backwards, if you will. Planets don't really move in reverse. It just looks like they do. So that is what a retrograde motion is, in case you didn't know that. But to understand the energy of Uranus in retrograde, it's important to understand what Uranus does when it goes direct or when it's going forward. So Uranus is really about sudden and unexpected changes, okay? It's about rules. It's about freedom from rules. It's about radical ideas, radical people. It's really about upsetting things that are established structures, right? So revolutionary kind of events and things, right? So if you are somebody, let's say, for example, who at the beginning of this year, or maybe even last year, because, Uranus has been in Taurus for a while. And if you have planets or you have, planets in Taurus, let's say in your natal chart, you might have been affected by Uranus for a while. Now, if you're somebody who put in a plan, let's say, and said at the beginning of the year, oh, this is the year I'm going to do it, whatever that might be for you. And you say, I'm going to put in a plan in place and I'm going to stick to that plan and nothing's going to take me off that plan. But if Uranus has been affecting you, it's been throwing you monkey wrenches left, right, and center. So what it's been doing is it's been really taking you off your plan. Well, guess what? Now that Uranus is retrograde, or it's going to be retrograde, it gives you a chance to actually harness your true potential, and it actually allows you to get back on track, okay? So this is actually going to be happening for a year, or the rest of the year, I should say, not a year, but for the rest of the year, Uranus will be in retrograde. So that's not a bad thing, okay? So gives you the opportunity to say, okay, I'm going to put that plan back in place, and I have a few months till the end of the year to still act on it and get it done. All right, let's talk about what's going to happen sort of between, let's say, around September 3rd to the 10th, because we have a series of squares that occur. And these squares might actually affect you more than, other people. So I just want people to be aware of how this energy might be affecting them and why they feel the way they feel, all right? So we have 3 squares I'm going to call out, which is on September 3rd, there is a Mars-Uranus square. Then on the 7th, there is a Mercury squaring Uranus. And then there's on the 10th, the moon squares Saturn, okay? So literally, it's like within a period of like 7-8 days, something like that. And then energy sometimes affects us a few days before and a few days after. So let's call it somewhere between 7 to 10 days, you might be feeling some of this energy. So on the first one, which is a Mars-Neptune square, you could be feeling like you're lacking focus. And if you're really doing something that's really demanding on you, and requires a lot of focus, then that could feel very, very taxing, okay? And you may need some time away from that. It actually might make you feel really drained, okay? So just chill out, get some rest around that time. And then the second square, which comes a few days later, the Mercury-Uranus square, that might make you feel like your mind's all over the place, and might be really difficult for you to get it under control. So don't box yourself in. That would be the advice that I would say. Don't box yourself in mentally, at any rate. Just let your mind flow. And then when we get to the Moon-Saturn square, something might be weighing on you heavily. So I would say give yourself some breathing room. And if you do have to make some decisions or think about things and make, difficult choices or whatever, then I would just say when you're looking at things, consider a different approach, or try to look at things from a different approach. All righty, and then finally, I want to talk about September 18th, because September 18th is a full moon, and it is also a supermoon. So I think we have 3 supermoons this year, so this is one of those 3 supermoons. You may also know it as the harvest moon. Sometimes people call it that, the harvest in September. That kind of goes hand in hand for people in the northern hemisphere anyway. And it just so happens this full moon is also a partial lunar eclipse. Now, during this lunation, the sun being in Virgo is going to actually oppose the moon in Pisces. Okay, so this could shed some light on our subconscious feelings, right? So as you navigate this energy, I would just say looking inward, could help you reveal some issues, maybe things you've been pushing back in your mind that you say, no, I'm going to leave that there. Don't need to deal with that now. Forget that. Okay? Well, I kind of feel like those things can't be ignored anymore. So now is the time to face them, and, might be a good idea to cut ties with anything that's holding you back. All right? Okay, so I would say now let's dive into your tarot cards. So let me give thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide and for assisting me in interpreting the messages for the highest vibrational good of my Libra seekers. All right, let's pull 4 cards for Libra for the month of September. Okay, you have the Moon card out. You have the Five of Wands. You have the Eight of Swords. You have the Ten of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Cups. Okay, this is interesting. Let me just see what's behind that. You have the Page of Swords. Interesting. Okay, this is very interesting, Libra, because I want to start with talking about this Nine of Cups. You are definitely either hoping for something or you've been hoping for something, and in this month your wish is fulfilled, because the Nine of Cups card is the wish fulfillment card. And you could just see that this character on this card is just jumping for joy, right? That what you were wishing for is fulfilled. So congratulations, you got it. That's what I want to say to you, whatever that wish is in this month, right? Now, I do want to, I find it interesting because on this table, although you have this Nine of Cups, which is very much a card of emotions, you have a lot of swords on the table as well. That's why I wanted to see what was behind this Nine of Cups, because you have the Eight of Swords, you have the Ten of Swords here, and behind you have this Page of Swords, which is the suit of the mind. So as much as your whatever is going on in your mind, there's a lot of activity here that is really, really, pulling a number on you, Libra, I want to say this month. So I don't know what's going on in that head of yours, but there's definitely a lot going on in that head. Now, this Page of Wands, Page of Wands, this Page of Swords, right, is really, first of all, could be that if you were waiting for news, congratulations, you got your news. You got the answer that you were seeking. So that's something for some of you out there. But for others of you, I'm getting this kind of like restless feeling. And so whatever you were restless about, is actually now broken. Let's just say you've broken through that, and you are now happy either that it's over because of this Nine of Cups. It's either you're happy it's over or you've gotten through something, okay? Now, this Page of Swords is also about, very clearly on this deck, it's kind of like, it's the mind and learning and what you want to achieve something in that regard. Either you're trying to amass some new skills, I'm feeling for some people, or your mind is just very active in general in terms of, amassing some kind of knowledge of something. But I do feel like, so if for some of you, if you were taking a course over the last couple of months and you've actually passed it, then I'm going to say again, congratulations to you. Now, if you're not that person and your situation is different, what I want to say to you is very much related to that breakthrough feeling. I am feeling that there is some kind of breakthrough here for you, okay? In this month, you have this Five of Wands that makes you feel that gives me the feeling there's a lot of energy within you this month. Very energetic month for you, okay? Now, that could be physically, but it could also be mentally. I think that, you're feeling some kind of influence here on the mind, on the physical, to get out, to break out. This is what I was feeling, that breakout energy. I feel like you need to, sorry, I just have to pause the video for a sec. Okay, apologies for that, Libra. I had somebody at my door who was really, really like adamant, and I had to get up and get that. So as I was saying, there's this energy here of wanting to break through something, to push through some way, shape, or form, to release yourself with some kind of freedom, trying to break free, right? This is what this Eight of Swords is all about. You're feeling trapped, and you can clearly see that this is within your mind, because the figure here, she's not trapped, but she's looking at a reflection of herself where she does feel it. So this is truly within yourself. And just want to say that, you feel like you need this energy or this combativeness, if you will, to break through that. And I do feel that you do that, okay, in this month. You do that with this restless energy that I was feeling for some of you. So if you're feeling that and you're trying to break free, guess what? You do break free at the end of this month, because you have this Ten of Swords where you can see here this figure is clearly just looking out to the future, out to the, horizon, and ready to just walk away from anything that, is really, your time is done. You just get away. You want to break away, and you want to start something fresh and new. And you're just ready to, in a way, face it. That's what I want to say to you. You are ready to face it. Now, for some of you, remember I was talking about the moon. I have a feeling in this month, Libra, some of you are being very highly affected by that supermoon on the September 18th, because remember I said that it's time to face these things. It's all these feelings that you've had, all these thoughts that are going on in your head. It's time to break free and face them. And you have the moon card here, which interestingly enough, a few signs have had in the readings that I've done so far for the month of September. So this moon, because it is a supermoon, and also because it is a partial lunar eclipse, I feel is having a very deep impact on a lot of people, okay? So, if you've been holding things back, as I said, whether that's mentally or, these feelings that you've been pushing down, or things that you don't want to face, well, guess what for you? You're going to actually realize that, and you're going to use this energy that you have, this desire to finally, once and for all, break free, and boom, you're free and you're very happy of it. So in this month, you get to that full action, Libra. I do feel like this is a great month for you in that regard, because of that freedom, because of that ability to finally, once and for all, break something, whatever that is for you. I don't know. Only you really know your situation, right? But I do feel that you have the physical energy to do it. I also feel you have the mental energy to do it. So I kind of feel like, that you're able to do that. Now, just one word of maybe caution from some people: when we have that much energy, we don't want it to come off as I want to say aggressive to some, for some people. When you're dealing with people, if you have so much energy, they're going to go, oh my God, like that energy is coming at me. My God, what's wrong with that person? Okay. So just to be aware of that. All right. But let's start to clarify these cards, because I find this is a very interesting read. I like when I get interesting, different types of reads, that it's not so obvious what is going on. And I want to delve a little bit into this. I really want to start to understand, what is this moon all about? Because the moon oftentimes is listening to an instinct or an intuition. There's something that isn't really clear to you really at the start of this month, right? So if you really look at this card, this figure on this card is underwater. You see there's a ton of water, and she's looking, facing upward, looking up through that water at that moon. Now, if you were underwater, I'm sure you've been underwater at least once in your lifetime, then you get what I'm saying when I say that when you look underwater, things are not clear, right? You don't see the surface of whatever you're looking at above the water. It's not clear. You have a blurred vision, right? So you also don't have an auditory clearness either. In other words, you can't even hear the messages that are coming to you, okay? Because when you're underwater, it sounds like this when you're underwater, right? It sounds really weird. You can't really hear fully what's going on, because your ears are full of water, right? So there is this element here of you not having some type of clarity. You may be listening very strongly to that intuition, but you just can't hear it, and you just can't see it at the start of the month. This is why I feel that you're starting to have a bit of an awakening in terms of realizing that these subconscious feelings, or whatever it is that you're trying to break through, whatever this is really coming to the surface for you. Okay, now for some of you, that could be in regard to a relationship, because we have that Two of Cups on the table. All right, so is this a new affair with somebody? Is this a new romantic relationship? One thing I can tell you for sure is it's a very important union, this card, right? So, is this something that, with somebody that you're with, and you're starting to realize something and you need to break free of them? For some of you, that is true. For others of you, it's realizing how to deal with the person that you're with, because it might be a new relationship. So you're trying to find the harmony and the balance in that relationship, or how to even communicate with that person better. I think that's what you're maybe struggling with. And for some of you, it is just clearly between you and you. And as I said, realizing that when you're looking inside, some of these emotions and feelings that you've been having are coming to the surface now, and it's actually time to have to deal with them. So let's continue to clarify this moon. Yeah, in your head, right, with that Queen of Swords, that you need to maybe be a little bit more assertive in certain things. I'm feeling for some of you that if this is in regard to a relationship, or even if it's in regard to yourself, as I said, you need to kind of, stand up a little bit and use your personal authority here, is what I want to say to you. So you are actually really looking at things with a very clear eye, okay? So it may be coming to the surface, and now you're realizing, I need to deal with this. I need to see the reality of this. If it is a relationship, when we're in a new relationship, it's always with the rose-colored glasses on. So maybe you're starting to take the rose-colored glasses off. And I'm not saying that means you're going to see all the bad in somebody, or even see the bad in yourself, okay? All I'm trying to say is that we get a clearer picture when we take the glasses, even if we just lower them to the nose a little bit and peek out over top of those glasses, all right? This is what the Queen of Swords does. She has her head above the clouds, so she sees things very clearly. She's very no nonsense in that regard. And I would say she's trying to take the emotion out of it because she knows that the emotion clouds things, right? Or doesn't allow her to see things that clearly. So maybe for a second or two, you're taking those glasses off, seeing the situation for what it is, as I said, and trying to realize how to either deal with this relationship or deal with the emotions that you're feeling yourself. So this is where the you and you comes into play. All right, let's also clarify the moon with one more card, please. And thank you, truly grateful. Oh, there you go, Hanged Man. Yeah, I think you it would be very prudent if you take a little break for yourself. And I'm not saying break off your relationship. Don't misunderstand me, okay? All I'm trying to say is sometimes we either need just a little pause to take, some time for ourselves to figure things out for some of you. But for others of you, it's just saying, look at this from a different perspective. And I think that's what I said to you about also this energy of the 10th of September, when the moon will be squaring Saturn, right? So the moon is affecting you quite, very impactful on you this month, I feel, Libra. And, I feel like it's probably best for you to take that energy in and deal with it accordingly, okay? So let's clarify the Five of Wands. Now, in this Five of Wands, as I said, I feel this is a very energetic time for you. And for some of you, I'm feeling that there is a need to do stuff, okay? Do stuff and in a, I don't know, I want to say in a very kind of militant way, right? This is all about, making yourself a list, writing it down, saying, I'm going to check the boxes off. Maybe this month, I feel like you want to do things in your environment for some of you. So do you have this need to clean something? You want to get into a cupboard and clean it, or you're saying to yourself, week 1 of September, I'm going to clean the front cupboard, and then I'm going to clean that other cupboard, and then I'm going to clean out my clothes. Or for some of you, I'm feeling that. For others of you, I'm feeling like you want to embark on some kind of construction, right? But you're really doing this in a very sort of regimented mythology that you're applying here. You're doing this with a very analytical type of method too, that you're actually, going to say, okay, how do I do this smartly? How do I use my brain to make sure that what I want to do comes out the way I want to do this? Maybe you want to do this yourself. So if this is a do-it-yourself kind of project, you're going to absorb all the knowledge that you need. So you might go on YouTube and watch some videos before you do it, or before you, actually get some wood and start cutting into it. You do that adage of what I believe the adage is, measure twice, cut once. So you're really going to be using your head about this to actually get into the physical, all right? So it's actually very interesting because you are using both the mental, but the physical is very important here because of that Five of Wands, right? This is burning off some energy that you have. Now, I do feel like for if your situation is that you wanted to get into this construction or this project or this cleaning or whatever, this is something that you've wanted to do for a while now. So I would say, the timing's right to get it done. All right. Let's continue to clarify this energy that you have, right? Now, for some of you, as I said, if this is really those feelings that you're dealing with in the relationship, I would say to you that the Five of Wands here is trying to tell you that, there's a conflict within you, okay, and that You know you can't continue this way or want to make things better, and you need to really take a look at the situation from a different perspective. As I said, get a clear head, understand how you can deal with this relationship, and then really implement something that works a little bit better for you. And I feel like you do this by taking a step back. Now, as I said, taking a step back here and taking a step back here is, the cards are telling us that very clearly, all right? So, that doesn't mean, I just want to say this again, because people get upset and they say, oh, you told me, I didn't want to break off and I broke it off. Don't break it off. I'm not saying don't break it off. I'm just saying you don't have to see each other 24/7, okay? Take, a day and say, this is my day and this is the day I'm going to sit on the couch and watch Netflix, and that's my thing. And I don't need anybody to do that. You don't need to be with your partner 24/7, but you do need to take a step back and just relax a bit, because if this is, a feeling of conflict as it relates to a relationship, you don't want to blow this thing up. You want it to turn out well because of this happily ever after. You want to break through that thing, right? So what does that mean? That might mean for some of you that you realize, oh, you have a bit of conflict in the relationship, but you talk it out, you have some communication, you do this properly, and boom, you break through the other side and you go, okay, good, that was just a misunderstanding, okay? Now, so I think it's important for you to break through. Now, if this is your physical thing, then I would just say to you, if you are spending a lot of physical energy doing, maybe exercise, or as I said, embarking on some kind of reconstruction project or a construction project, or doing something very physical, I would say just be careful not to hurt yourself. Okay, that is what the Four of Swords would be recommending there. Just one more card, please, for the Five of Wands. Yeah, the Hermit. So if you are in this relationship, you need the time to do your own thing. You need to kind of figure this out by looking internally. All right, let's clarify the Eight of Swords. You are in your mind feeling a little bit trapped by something. As I said, this could be your own feelings. It could be that you're feeling trapped in that relationship. Guess what? Let it go. Let it go. It's time to let it go. It's time to release. Because guess what? You're getting the Nine of Cups again. You have the Nine of Cups twice. I don't do readings very often where people get the Nine of Cups twice. Okay? That's wish fulfilled. That is happily ever after in a way. You're there. You're like, okay, this is what I want, universe. Bring it to me, right? You've put in your cosmic order, and guess what? They actually gave you, cosmic order prime here, right? They delivered, and they delivered to you quite quickly this month. So, this is really, that's a special thing, okay? That's a special thing to get the Nine of Cups twice. I don't think I've ever seen that in any readings that I do. But it is it's a wish. You've achieved an important desire. They have fulfilled the order you put out there. All right? So let's get one more clarifier for this Eight of Swords. Yeah, just takes a little bit of patience. And if this is the relationship related to a relationship, I would just say that you need the balance. You need that balance between the head, the heart, and making sure that you do this properly. And the patience here will allow you to really be thinking about how to communicate more succinctly, I want to say. But for some of you to be able to know what communication is, how do I put this? People will say things, and you might say something to somebody, or somebody might say something to you which could pull on your heartstrings, okay? And, then either, makes you want to react in a certain way. And so I would just say, be aware of what that communication is and what that is doing to you, but also what you are doing to somebody else with your communication. All right, and let's clarify that Ten of Swords. Yeah, okay, so as I said, Ten of Swords is, boom, you've decided to face something, you've decided that you can move forward, and you can move forward because you have this Six of Wands here, okay? So you are in a position of victory, really, all right? It is, you've achieved the harmony, you've achieved the balance, right? Your efforts have been recognized in the sense that you've come to the table to discuss this thing. You've come to the table to, clear any misunderstandings up. You have, if it's between you and it's just your own feelings, as I said, as that moon on the 18th might be affecting you, you have come to the realization that those things that were holding you back, no more. They're not going to hold you back anymore. You're ready to ride in and, to move forward. All right. All right, let's clarify the Ten of Swords with two more cards, please. Yeah, you have the Tower, which tells me that this is a breakthrough for you. 100% breakthrough. I think I said that at the very beginning. I don't know what breakthrough this is for you, but congratulations, you've broken it. Okay. All right, let's get one more clarifier for the Ten of Swords. Yeah, Ace of Wands, a brand new start there after you've broken through. So you actually end the month on a very high note, ready to face the following month in a very strong position, Libra. All right, let's just pull for you now an oracle card. And I'm going to read to you from the book. I'll pull you a card from the Quantum Oracle deck. Final message, please, for Libra for September. What do you want to tell Libra for the month of September? Sorry, there's a whole bunch that came out. I can't give you like 10 cards. I don't know why they're sticking together. Okay, there's your card. Okay, let's see. New beginnings. Number 1, cycle. New beginnings. All right. Yes, you do have a very new beginning here. And once you break through this, you definitely have a new beginning. So let me actually, you see there's that little child. He's in this beautiful field here. I'm just going to read to you from the book. One sec. A baby laughs in a bed of spring flowers, and the sun shines through an arbor of lilacs. This card marks the approach of something wonderful and new in your life. This new beginning may indicate the end of something else, as in the case of leaving a job, a job to start a new one. Or it could mean adding a new endeavor to your present life experience, such as a new baby or blossoming relationship where once there was none. So get ready for something exciting on the horizon. Maybe you've been planning it and taking steps to make it happen, or perhaps you've been satisfied with the status quo and not considering a change of any kind. Even if that's the case, keep your eyes and heart open for an opportunity to start something new. Whether you're engaging in a creative hobby or beginning a spiritual practice, the energy bodes well for great value coming through this new beginning. Yeah, that's really, really beautiful. So as I said, my friends, break through this month. Get it out, get it over with, break through, get to the other side. All right? Okay, let's leave your reading there for now, dear Libra. And I would just say stay tuned for more readings, because next month I am going to be announcing a contest that you might be interested in. and you're not going to want to miss that video. So I would say click the subscribe button. Click it right now, then you don't miss it. All right? And click the thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up. All right? And I will say take care. See you again very soon. And until then, please know that I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.